Hi Journals for Life fans, it's Andrea and I'm back. I told you I would come back and show you how to use this cute little detail stamp. I am sipping my little cup of espresso at the same time. This is an espresso pod, but ooh, I love Nespresso or espresso straight up just like it is. It's so good. So grab some coffee, grab some tea, grab some water. I've also got that. I drink like 3 of those a day too. So grab something and follow along with me. So this is a new stamp. It's called Details. And last year I had a bunch of different ideas rattling around in my head and I couldn't figure out quite how I wanted to do it. Now these grid stamps are like all the rage. And so I'm so excited about that because I wanted to do this one and then I have 3 more in my head that I'm going to put on a 4x6 stamp set to sell as well. So these are perfect for journaling. This one's called Details and it doesn't look like much, right? It's just like a little grid and it has some words. So this is how you can use this cute little stamp. I designed this to work with any stamp set. So here are a few of mine. These are the ones that I've designed over the last few months. You can use any stamp though, so you can grab any stamp out of your stash and use it with this grid. So these words are meant to stamp in this little box right here. And you can stamp them wherever you want to, but you can stamp it below it too. But I created these to be sized to fit in this box. So it says the story, who, what, where, time, place, tradition, favorite, loving, details, remember. So you can stamp that there, you can journal a little box right here, then that leaves you with putting an image and maybe a title word above the grid right here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So with just this, you can create the grid and you could stamp a little word. You could also stamp too. You could put the story right here, the story, and then put details and then right in there, and you don't need anything else. But I made this to work with any other image stamp set that you have, including the monthly stamps. So the monthly stamps look like this. And these little 3x4 stamps come with the kit and they're made to make quite a few prompts. And I counted the one for April, this one. This one makes 19 unique journal prompts. Plus you get some images and butterflies to stamp on your page. So they're perfect for journaling. That's what they're made for. A lot of stamps right now are made for cards and have card sentiments, but these are journal focused. It's everyday life, just talking about what's going on and giving you a prompt to get you started on your journaling. So this one makes quite a few too. And in the 3x4 monthly kits, I usually give you 1 or 2 small images that work with the journaling prompts. So this one has a pair of sunglasses and a sun. This one has the flower and butterflies, another little flower and a bird. This one from Midnight Blush in February has a moon, hearts, like a pretty cross stars. And then it has script writing and of course my favorite typewriter font. I usually sneak a few little typewriter words on every stamp set. This one's avocado toast. And you see the images plus the words. And then I've got my new classy and sassy one. I'll do another video in a little bit on that one. This is the gratitude journal. This one makes a really great grid stamp. You can use the leaves and the heart at the top. And then you can stamp a sentiment on the side. So I'm going to grab some of these stamps and I'm going to stamp up a few pages. So just to show you what I'm talking about and why I'm so excited about this stamp. So let's get started. All right, so I have my little craft foam. I sell these in the shop and it just gives you a nice impression. You can also put it in your book as well. So I'll show you, actually let's start with that. Let's start stamping in the book. Isn't that cute? My friend Kim in South Carolina made that for me. Put it in my book. I thought it was really cute. So I'm going to stamp on this plain piece of paper. You see how great? It's thin enough to be able to fit in the book, but it is just the right size to where you can just put it in, get your stamping done. So, all right. So the grid goes with the double bars on the bottom. See if this block is big enough. It is not. I'll be right back. Let's try that one. All right. Yep, that looks better. All right. So I love this blue. I think this came from, I want to say Freckled Fawn. It's really pretty. So that might be a good color palette. I'm kind of digging that one, so I'm going to use this. I have some of these in the shop as well. This is the Spa Collection Zen Garden. Love these mini inks. I take them everywhere with me, to crops, to shows, you name it, to demos. I'm always using these little minis. I love them. I just ordered the new colors too for myself and for the shop, so look for those. Those will be coming in. All right, I can never get anything straight to save my life, so let me see if I can get this kind of where I want it. That looks good to my eye. All right, perfect. And so that, let's use, I like that. Maybe that, should I use blue? I think I'm going to use those four somehow. So you want to stamp the biggest image in the lightest color because you're going to stamp over it. So let's look. Let's see what I do. I think I'm going to use leaves. So I'll use this leaf and excuse me, looks like these little, those look kind of like this. So I think I'm going to use maybe this, this, and this, and a sentiment. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna kind of tee it up and see what I think about it. So it might kind of look like that. I like it. And then we could do loving, or we could do happy. I think I'm going to do loving, like that. All right, so we're going to do the leaf in the darkest color. And you want to make sure when you're stamping directly in your book that you pick up your stamp. You don't pick it up like, you know, way over here because it's hard. You're trying to stamp. So you want to put it, place it wherever you want, and then pick it up on the edge. That way you'll have enough place to stamp it without bumping your page over here. I have done that so many times. I have made that mistake multiple times. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use this lighter color for the leaf. Okay, so there's that. And then next, I want this in a little darker color because it's going to go on top. So I'm thinking maybe Skylight. Okay. Yep, I like it. And let's see. I almost feel like something's missing. I'd stamp that leaf again. Yes, I think I will. And then maybe, I think I'll stick with the blue. Let's not get too crazy, Andrea. Perfect. Okay. And then I said I'm going to use loving right there in black. I think that'll look good. A good old Ranger Black Archival ink. I sell this ink like crazy, so I'm out of it now, but I just placed an order, so I should be restocked in the store. It's my favorite ink. I've tried all kinds of black inks, and because of my habits and what I do and what I like, this is my favorite ink. I like it. Other people swear by other kinds, but you just have to know yourself and what you like, and this black ink is extremely consistent to me in the way I stamp, so that's what I use. Highly recommend it. All right, so now I've got that in Loving. I think I want to sneak in this little heart over here because I said Loving. I don't know if I want it there. Actually, I want it, let's do it down there. So you can see you can take any stamp with any images and just kind of stamp it in the grid. Look how cute that is. Love it. And then let's go back to our, so it says loving. So what are we loving? Are we loving the story? Are we going to put place, time? Oh, it says loving here. So I could say loving, loving. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm going to use details. Or remember. Now let's use details. So I'm going to give the details of what I'm loving. And I don't have anything in mind for this layout yet, so I'm going to try to keep it to where I can use it for just about anything. All right, so here we go. There we go. And so that's how it looks. That's how it works. So let's just stamp straight up into the book. And that grid stamp forms the basis of just a nice little place to journal. So that is stamping directly into your book. Let's stamp a couple cards. I don't know if I'm going to use these colors or grab a different palette. Let's see what we got. Let's see. All right, so I've got 3 pieces of paper here. So let's see. Let's see. I'm going to put the gratitude stamp off to the side. So if I keep with the same color scheme, I think I might go with this Midnight Blush stamp. And I think I want a purple. You see, yeah, there's a purple in there. So here we go. This is the 3x4 from the Midnight Blush kit. I think I do have a couple stamps left. You could just buy the stamp by itself. I do think I have a couple still left in the shop, so you could look. You could buy it standalone. Subscribers receive it in the kit. So let's see. Put these little teeny stamps up. So let me grab my block. And we're going to, oh, there it is, perfect. Try not to get ink all over myself because that's my MO. Not really neat when it comes to stamping. Kind of messy, a little bit rough, but you know, what can I say? Okay, I'm going to do it this way so I can see and not put my head in the camera. And just hope that it works. I'm going to move it down a little. Okay. And then I try to just kind of evenly apply pressure. And then let's see. Definitely that. Definitely that. Okay, so so this probably should be in a lighter or darker. What am I going to do? Maybe together. So let's do, oops, together. Let's do that in purple. And then I might do another color heart. For some reason I thought I had a little tiny heart on there. I guess I don't. But what I will do stamp that, and what color should we do that one? I almost feel like I need a I like the skylight. Let's try that. Love it. Okay. So I said I was going to stamp together. So I have something that goes with together. It says, is my favorite adventure. And I think that might fit in there. Yep, it will. So together, and then I'll put is my favorite adventure in the little line. And that's what I meant by all of them working together. I usually put a bunch of these smaller sentiments on the stamp, as many as I can, so you could just stamp them. They make a quick and amazing little embellishment on your page without adding bulk. And so I'm a big stamper. You know, I used to not be. I used to be really intimidated by stamping, and sometimes it doesn't always come out right, but I've embraced some of it. And as you can tell, like I've already like put my finger there and got a little something on there, but you know what? I don't care. I think it lends to the mixed media, and I have just kind of embraced that. So I haven't let it stop me stamping, and I haven't let it bother me. So you should grab out some stamps and just go for it. A big thing about stamping is knowing what kind of ink, what works together, getting your foundation right, and using some good inks. Making sure you prime your stamps too, because if it comes from the manufacturer, it usually has like a surfactant on it. So you want to make sure you clean that off too. Look how cute that is. And that's just so quick. You can just write a little note in here. So I made this one so I could stamp a stitch, or maybe sometimes I do this too. So you can stamp a stitch, or you can give it an outline. This is like a little skinny page. So let me turn it so I don't put my head in the camera. Kind of do that a lot. Missed it there at the bottom here. And again, I kind of do this messy just a little bit on purpose. Because a lot of these little books sometimes are almost like junk journals. I mean, they don't have to be super perfect. I kind of lick and stick and put stickers in from my travels or tickets or whatever. So, all right, so there you go. And let's see what that would look like on a page. If you didn't want to do it directly, look at this. Look how pretty that would be. Although I think I'd like, actually, so maybe I'd do this. Because I don't want to do it on a white page. So look how great that looks. Let's see what else. There's a lot of purples in this collection. So, you know, you could put it over here. Oops. Or over here, you know. Just think that's really pretty. Yeah, look at this. So sometimes like if these cardstock or these colors are like bam in your face, you could tone it down with a little bit of white. In fact, I think I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to close that in the book, so I'm going to put that there. So let's do another one. I'm having fun. I am having a lot of fun. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Perfect. All right, so number three. How are we going to do number 3? I prefer to do it this way just because I get more ink on the stamp. And that's probably not true. Who knows? Makes me feel better. But I end up flipping it all over the place sometimes and making a big mess. So I've got to be careful. All right, number 3. What is our number 3? Maybe I'll stamp it down and do, I'm trying to think, a bunch of images at the top. Ooh, I like that. All right. See, and you can see that I've already touched it right there. Oh well. I'm going to put this color palette up. Let's do something bright. So let's take those out and let's look at this one. or this one? Let's see. I'm gonna go with that one. Carnival Party Collection. Carnival. So we could do San Fran with that, or I have one from Bows and Bow Ties. You know, this cute little stamp didn't get a whole lot of airtime, and it's so cute. So let's do this one first, and then I'll do San Fran. How's that? So this one, I love this shoe. I just think that shoe is so cute, and I didn't do a whole lot with it. So let's do that. Let's do that in like red. Be cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, pick that up. See what that's going to look like. Trying to get it right on that line so it doesn't look weird. Oh, that's cute. I like it. I like it. Okay, so red, and then I have this little heart I'm thinking about maybe doing there. I also have this little splatter thing that looks cute. I've got a little heart. So what about love it. I almost want like a gray. Maybe we'll do this. I'll double stamp it here. Yeah, kind of like a watermark. It's called second generation stamping. You just stamp it off and then you stamp it again. And I think maybe over here. Perfect. I like that better. It looks good to my eye. You want to kind of contrast it like dark and light colors. You don't want all of them to be too dark, because then what happens is you can't really see them. And so they all blend together. So you want to make sure you're stamping with a combination of dark and light. So I thought that I would put a night out right there. My little stamps are falling. A night out. Where's it at? There we go. A night out. Black. Okay. And then what do I want to put in there? Maybe Love This. So Love This comes from the Bows and Bow Ties stamp as well, and it fits right in that grid. So many of these stamps, the little sentiments fit right here. It's just, that is perfection. I love it. It came out so much better than I thought it would. So really cute. So there's the night out. I think I might stamp that little blue heart one more time. Yes, I like it. And if you wanted to do rules of thirds, actually, you could stamp it again down here with the little one. And then I would do this little like dirt spot. I don't know what you call it. This little splatter, I would do that too. And so we're going to stamp it off once, and then we're going to stamp it down here. And look how nice that looks. So now we've got like a rule of thirds. 1, 2, 3 going on here. I love it. So that is the Bows and Bow Ties stamp set. That's what that looks like. Super cute. And let's see, what would that look like on a page? And of course, you could directly stamp on a page anytime you want. It's a little bit harder, but it can be done, and I do it all. Ooh, look, this together would be good. I already put, yeah. I don't know where I will put it in this book, but I'm going to put it in this book. So I'm going to just kind of stick it in there for later, for when I get to it. I don't know what that will look like yet. And let's use the San Fran one last, in this bright color, and then I want to stamp this one too. So, all right. So let's do San Fran really quick. Get my trusty detail stamp. Oops, about to do it upside down. All right, looks nice. Okay. So, fun. I like it. So let's grab this limoncello. That's going to be the sun. Oops, the sunburst. Looks great. And then what sentiment? Let's see. I definitely want to do these little sunglasses, and I was thinking about doing happy, and just to show you what I'm cleaning my stamps on, just cleaning them. So these are some reusable cloths, non-fuzzing, that I have in the shop right now. It's got a pretty image on one side. This is coffee cups. I think it's so pretty. I've used it for a couple weeks, and I just turn it over. It doesn't require any special cleaner. Look how clean it. So that was wiping it off, and now it's clean. So I really like this cloth. It doesn't fuzz up, and it's reusable. So it's like really hard when you get it, but when you wet it, it's real soft and pliable, and it does a really good job cleaning and not fuzzing things up. So that's what I'm using. All right, so happy, I want to be in like a, I really would like to be in an orange color. And I'm not sure about this coral cabana, so let's use Tutti Frutti. I think that'll be nice. So I used Samba for the last. Let's see what we got. Happy! Okay. Oops. All you do is just run it underwater and wash it out. It's fantastic. Super quick cleaning. Great for the environment. It's reusable. Tested and approved by me. I don't know if you guys know or not, but I will test everything I bring into the shop before selling it. So I manufacture my own products, but I always have the manufacturer send me samples, and I'll test them before I place an order. So I want the quality to be really high, and I wouldn't want to sell you anything that I wouldn't use myself. So I didn't have these manufactured, but a manufacturer of mine started carrying them. And so I had them send me some, and I just, look how clean that is. I just love them. I think they're great. So I do that with everything, all of my products. Okay, so happy. I don't think I want any of these sentiments, so I'm going to grab the details stamp here, and I'm going to do remember. Okay, oops. You know, it took me like forever to realize that the grids on the blocks actually meant something. Helps you line it up, Andrea. All right, and then so that. And I'm thinking about, I think happy looks a little sad by itself. Happy looks sad. So like, let's stamp B. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so B. And I think I'm going to do suede shoes. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's use something else we haven't done yet. Use this All That Jazz Aqua. Okay, and then there you go. Boom, voila. Another super quick paper. Look how pretty that is. You can put the edges on it if you want. You can keep stamping, you know, whatever you want to do, but that's a great way. And let me make one more using the last stamp that I have, which is April stamp. I couldn't remember which one I said I was going to use. All right. So I think I'm just going to stamp straight into the book. I'm going to stamp on this last page here. Try to put all my little stamps back together again here before I lose them. I have a little pouch I keep separated stamps in. So, don't want to fill that pouch up today. Gotta get them back together again. Alright, so ink up the detail stamp, ink up the grid. Okay, and I'm going to put this. Okay, that looks right to me. Now let's, oh gosh. Yeah. Because I haven't been cleaning my stamps. Shame on me. I've been doing stamp CPR like Tim Holt says not to do stamp CPR, but I just can't help myself. So let's clean off my stamp. See how that's fuzzing up? Ugh. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's try that again. Let's try it on. Okay, let's try it on this page. This is a little harder to do in the book, so this is actually a great example because I'm stamping on the left page of my book when my book is almost all the way done. I usually try to do all my stamping first if I can, and if I don't, I do what I've been showing you. I'll stamp it on here, and then I'll put it in the book. But I am going to try it this way. So let's see what happens. Okay, that looks good. So there's the grid, and next I'm going to take the flower, if I can find the stamp. Aha. So I love this flower. It's got a lot of good detail. So I'm thinking of making like a little cluster up here with this bird, maybe a couple butterflies, and then stamp the flower, and then maybe, so 1, 2, and then maybe making like a third down here. So let's do that. Now I'm going to stamp this in rose petals. Okay. Let's see, I'm trying to think 1, 2, so then the third one would be down here somewhere. Perfect. Okay. And so I don't want the flower up here. I want this bird there. So I'm going to grab my block. Stamp it up there. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp Life is Beautiful for my major sentiment. And lastly, I'll fill out the little embellishment clusters on around the page. So there's that. So what color do we want to do next? So I got that pink, got the black. I'm thinking like that would be pretty. And maybe, should I do greens? Maybe a different one too. Okay. All right, so do that butterfly. Okay, perfect. So there's my rule of third cluster. And then thinking of either I like it. So then there you go. So then there's a nice, you know, rule of thirds. And then you have little journaling spot. So this says This Beautiful Life. So let's look at that stamp set again and see, do I want the details or do I want something from This Beautiful Life? So I could do like sunny, or I could do plant, bloom, love, grow, pretty day. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that. So let's try. I haven't stamped the stamp yet in a book, so that's going to be nice. Let's see. So let's do pretty. And I like it in black, so let's do the day in a color. So what color are we thinking? I need something dark, so either this color, or what if I just went one darker and went to the spruce? I think that would be nice. Let's see. Let me test that really quick. Let's see, let me prime the stamp a little bit better with my Ranger Archival. Yep, take that surfactant off. These haven't been stamped yet. And let's try that green again. I'm not sure that green, I'm talking about a day, and that dark just doesn't make me happy. So let's go back up 1, 2. I think this is Skylight. Yeah, let's try that one. Yep. So there you go. Rule of thirds, This Beautiful Life. You've got your grid stamp. You've got a nice page. You have your eye bouncing around the page to take it all in. You've got a place to journal. Love it. So that is the detail stamp. So I hope you enjoyed that, and go grab you a stamp if that's what you want. Use it with your monthly kit stamps, or grab any stamp out of your stash and just use the rule of thirds method and stamp in light and dark colors. Use some images, put a sentiment right there, and you've got it. Thanks for watching. Bye.